While you guys are getting here, let me know. And Alicia, if you could let me know when my head's in the way and when we might want to move the camera and stuff, okay?
Okay, it still says I'm waiting for you.
Okay, well, so I'm live. Refresh it then. Let's turn the music down just a little bit. Since it's a little bit loud. Hey, what's going on, Smoke? Good to have you, man. I'm gonna try. Let me know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Anyhow, I'm gonna get some gloves on and we'll get to going here. There's some strange music playing in the background, so if it becomes annoying, let me know. Can you see what I'm doing over there?
It's delayed.
Oh, it is delayed, isn't it? Oh, okay.
It's really delayed.
No worries. Let me know if you guys are getting in here. Let me know where you're watching from. Always cool to know.
Jester says, "What's up from Wisconsin?"
What's up, Jester, Wisconsin? Right on, right on.
Xanax says, "I see you used your Canon printer for that one. You didn't feel like sketching it?"
No,
Stenciling it.
I didn't use my Canon printer for that. I used the regular printer. Used the regular one.
Insta says, "What's your ink?"
Dynamic ink. I use dynamic standard. I don't use the triple black. Nothing wrong with the triple black. I use it sometimes, but mainly I just use my standard black. I'll use triple black if I'm doing large areas that have to be packed black, but beyond that, just standard dynamic black. Can you see what I'm doing here or no?
Can you angle the camera? Use your angle.
Sure, go ahead.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Wise, Virginia.
Virginia, huh?
Pennsylvania. Georgia.
Right on. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for coming to visit again. Like I said, I try to do these more often as the weather gets colder outside. I don't know why that has anything to do with it, but it does.
Paula says, hold on. "Hey man, big fan. How do you keep ink from splattering all over?"
I guess half the battle is keeping your... Once I dip into the ink, I know you can't see this off camera, dipped into the ink, a lot of times you get like a little drop down there. You just kind of run the back of it right off like that. That's going to help take away the initial, and then also putting inkies or A&D down on the skin first. It helps keep the ink pooled up and keeps it from splashing and kind of running. That's about all I got to say on that one.
We got upstate New York.
All right.
What is that question? Faye says, "How does one get their tattoos critiqued?"
You got to show up on Sunday. Sunday is the main one. Every once in a while, like I am today, I'll do an impromptu live video. If I do that, then get your work sent in while we're live. And when I go live for those, there'll be an email address scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You submit your work while I'm live, and we'll critique it for you. We'll take a look at it and just, give our 2 pennies on what we think. That's assuming I say we, because a lot of times I go live. Me and Andy do them on Sundays, but sometimes I do them by myself as well. So either way.
We've got Louisiana, Everett, Washington. Paulo says, ever consider going on tour? No one wants to go to Ohio.
Oh, you ain't kidding, right? Especially when you find out where I'm at in Ohio. I'm out in the sticks, yo. People are already, if you're in Ohio and you're even in the area, you're still kind of like, where am I going? What? Yeah, it's a big red barn. What the hell's happening here? Yeah, no. You guys let me know who wants to get tattooed, where, and I will look into that. Look into going on a short little road trip maybe in the local states, I guess you could call them.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, really, huh?
Yes.
Just ready to kick me out.
Oh, no, I'm in Woodfield.
Oh, you ain't coming? What are you talking about? No, yeah, I just got the cold shoulder. I'm just kidding.
We've got North Central, West Virginia, Florida.
Nice. Florida, huh? I wouldn't mind visiting there. Can you see what I'm doing still there, Alicia?
I gotta wait till you get back from the Yep.
Alright. Are we zoomed in close enough?
I think so. I think that's like a really good angle spot right now.
Okay, just checking. I know last time I didn't really pay attention too well, and we were kind of far away from the work, so nobody could really watch if they were trying to.
What voltage do you use mostly?
Well, I'm running all round shaders today, guys. I'm currently, my smallest round shader for today is a 5-round shader. I'm running a 5-round shader, a 9-round shader, 11-round shader, and 14-round shader. I'm probably not using the 11. And the 14 is only really used for the really large lines. Other than that, I'm on a 9 and a 5. And then I got a 5 just standard round liner for the really small lines. So, anyhow, that's my story. And I'm running at 7 volts. 7 volts. I'm not really changing that at all per needle, just kind of keeping it the same.
Doc says, should come to the UK, brother. Get you and Andy B to team at my lakes or something.
Dude, I was wanting to get to the UK. Andy has informed me that I'm pretty sure for me to be there, guys, I got to get all the vaccination shots, and I'm just not doing it. Personal, choice. Nothing, no disrespect to anybody and your decisions. Just for me, I'm like, I've survived this long. I'm good. And if I'm wrong, let me know, guys. I was wrong a couple times this year, so I'm just kidding. I'm wrong all the time. If it doesn't require a vaccination, then yeah. But we might try to get Andy to the U.S. though.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Scott says, hi pal, how deep does the needle go into the skin?
Ah, man, isn't that the question everybody wishes there was like a straight answer for? You could say 2 millimeters, but every part of the skin's gonna be different and feel different. If you were to tattoo a foot and you go what feels like the same distance I'm going on this arm right now, you're going to just like wreck their world. So you're feeling the skin, right? You're stretching it out. You're feeling those vibrations. If you're not getting any vibrations, you're more than likely not going deep enough. If you listen closely, you can literally hear the skin break. But as time goes on, you don't need to do that anymore. It just becomes natural. No, if anybody's telling you how deep you need to go, like, it's just BS. Because there's no way to tell you exactly how deep you need to go. Aside from telling you 2 millimeters, right? because that's technically in some spots how deep you might have to go, but that's not factual, if that makes sense.
Danik says, I already donated $10 for my tattoo down payment last month. You can use that $10 to go to the UK instead.
That's all it'll take, is that dang $10, huh?
Ashley asks, what do you do if you mess up a line?
Well, it depends on the level of mess up a line. I guess it depends, because you can mess up a line and switch one here in a million different ways. Whether you missed your line, whether it's not deep enough or whatnot. You have to practice a little bit of. Sometimes less is more, right? So if you're confident in going back over a line and smoothing it out, oh yeah, it's probably earthquake in the video.
Well, it hasn't hit yet.
If you're confident going back over a line, then go back over the line, deepen it up or whatnot, or smooth it out. If you're not, do a little bit, but sometimes less is more. You can make things worse than they were when you started. So,
she says a crooked instead of a straight.
You can thicken it back up. You can thicken that line up. And if there's other lines the same, then you might have to thicken them all back up in order to keep it symmetrical, right? So you just got to roll with it. If something happens like that, just take a look at it. What can I do to make this work now, okay? I know that's kind of, sorry, I'm in the middle of tattooing as well, so my brain is half on, half off. You got to roll the punches, I guess. Smooth it out if you can, and if it requires all the rest of the lines to be a little bit thicker to match that smoothed out line, then you got to do what you have to do. If it's going to compromise the piece and what you agreed upon with your client, then you might actually, unfortunately, have to tell your client your mistake and go, hey, look, if we thicken all these lines up, it'll all be okay or whatnot. And you know what I mean? Sometimes that's just the way you got to do. Luckily, I've never had to do that yet, but you never know. Because you can get a pissed off client. It's like, dude, why'd you make all those super thick? They weren't supposed to be that thick. So, talk to them about it first.
What machine are you using?
The Bishop Wand Packer. Like I said, if I'm not shading, I'm using the Bishop Wand Packer. I use it for lining and color packing. I don't really use it for shading. Unless there was like just a tiny bit of shading in this piece, I would just use it just to knock that shading out or what have you. But there's no shading in this piece. So I'm not going to be using the shader or this to do any shading. Oh, I keep bumping this camera. You guys are getting earthquake mode over there. Hey guys, if you're watching, give the stream a like. Supports the channel, lets other people know we're live, because we're getting a lot of emails and messages like, hey man, I'm not getting the notifications when you go live. I have all the notifications turned on, and you know, I can't fix that. So like the video, share the video, and it'll naturally force YouTube to send it out to more people, and hopefully people get notified.
Nancy says, my daughter is interested in tattooing. She has been practicing with my old traditional equipment and artificial skin.
Okay.
Her artistic talent is mind-blowing.
Nice, nice. That's a lot of people will get into tattooing with no artistic ability, thinking that we're just tracing stuff, and sometimes you are. You know, sometimes you are tracing stuff. It takes you have to learn the skill. Right, obviously, you've seen it so many times. They get in and oh yeah, just follow the purple lines. Okay, you have fun with that. But once you get beyond that, any artistic ability is what's going to keep you alive. Um, Without it in today's tattoo world, you're going to be downstream without a paddle quickly.
She also asks, in your opinion, what style of machine is best for beginners? Traditional or cordless, like the one you are using?
Definitely 100% cordless. Don't even monkey around with coils. It's no disrespect to the tradition of it, but if she's serious and she just wants to get good at tattooing and, you know what I mean, train like that, don't even monkey around with the other stuff. What's that?
What happens to music?
I do not know. What is today, Tuesday?
Yes, all day.
Cool.
Every night I'm going on the good texting back. I want you, get you out. I'm on the other side. I miss you. Take you off. I can't wait to show you cannot keep it low key. Got me drunk, the pheromone to follow your taste.
Elizabeth asks, is there a tattoo school you recommend?
No. Nope. Tattoo school is still not really a thing, guys. I mean, it is in some states. In fact, in like Oregon, it's required, but it's not really a thing. So, you know, therefore, I have nothing really to recommend. The School of Hard Knocks is pretty much, you know, the best way to go as of right now. Can you turn that down a little bit? Pretty loud. Just sort of training yourself. I mean, there's so much information on the internet now, guys, that you can absolutely, for the most part, get yourself enough information to teach yourself. But you got to go through the motions properly. You know, don't jump straight to real skin. You know, follow us on our live streams when we critique people's work. We often talk about, you know, the process of getting into this thing, the process of, you know, hey, you practice on fake skin, you do this, you do that, blah blah blah. So anyhow, hopefully that makes some sense. But no, I don't recommend any schools because I'm not aware of many of them.
Dex says, have you done a tattoo party? And if so, how would you charge comparing the charges at shop?
I have not. I've not really ever done a tattoo party. I don't like them because you're. I don't know. It takes time to do a tattoo, right? So you go to this party and, you know, you got people wanting tattoos, but a lot of times you only got time to do like 2 or 3 most of the time. So you're not really getting much done, in my opinion. You're better off just having them show up at your shop, in my opinion. But I would charge pretty much the same if I were doing that. You could have pre-made pieces of work ready for people. That's something you could do. That's going to cut down on time. Just have your designs available. And, you know, have a size that you're only going to go this big on the tattoos for the day or something. That could allow you to get a lot more done, because you're going to have people that want this, that, and the other, and you're going to be trying to design a piece, stencil the piece, get it ready, yada yada. It's just too much monkey around. I don't like to stress myself these days anymore. I like to just enjoy tattooing, and yeah, so I kind of do it on my terms, if you will.
Scott says, what make of needle cartridges do you use and what is a good make?
I'm using police cartridges right now. CNC police cartridges, they're called. I got some new brand coming in. A company I'm gonna be testing out their needles. Using them for a couple weeks. They should be here in a few days. We're gonna test them out, see how I like them, and I'll let you guys know about those as well. If I like them, more than police cartridges, I'll be using those because I believe they're right around the same price, so they're pretty still within that reasonable, cost-effective range. But for now, currently, as of this moment, I use police cartridges and pretty much just police cartridges. I've used a lot of different cartridges and I keep coming back to these. They feel good, they run nice, they're sharp.
Cameron says, what age did you start tattooing?
Well, how old am I right now? 34?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I started tattooing around 30.
We had practice before that.
Many years before that. But no, so we've only been at it really for about 4 years, and that includes the very beginning, right? So, yeah, it's a process, but at the same time, I invested everything I had into the process, into the time, the energy, everything. So, I think it's up to you sometimes how you go about it.
Zach says, damn son, tattooing early. Most shops near me don't start till 2 or 3.
What?
That's just
So
a
what? I'm
day.
trying to be done by 2 or 3, man. We can go hang out. We'll design tomorrow's tattoos or later this week's tattoos. Yeah. I don't really even tattoo in the evening time unless I'm running if the tattoo goes till evening time, that's one thing. But for the most part, yeah, I have a couple clients that I'll tattoo them after they get off work. But they're repeat clients and we're working on large pieces. Yeah, anyhow.
China says, what's the best way to keep your stencil from smearing while tattooing?
Let it dry, let it dry. Let it dry, let it dry.
Ashley asks, why can't you use petroleum jelly on a tattoo?
What do you mean? Well, I don't know why I'm asking you like you asked me the question. You mean on healing the tattoo? So I use A&D while I'm working on the tattoo. Like right now, I'm using A&D because it helps. One thing it also does too, it slows down the healing process. So it allows the skin to not be able to start healing while I'm working on it, which is probably why they stopped recommending people use it for healing their tattoos.
Casper says, Dave, it's your favorite ghost Casper saying hi, and thank you so much for the last minute critique you did for me when I was begging and I was next. LOL.
Yeah, no problem, man. I know you got that stuff in early, and sometimes we just have issues with the sending and receiving and whatnot, so no problem, man. I'm glad we were able to get it checked out.
Elizabeth asks, what do you recommend for diabetics who want a tattoo?
Ooh. Be patient. I don't know. That is a tricky one. Because I'm pretty sure diabetics will pass out a lot. Like they won't take much at all, and they're falling out. I really don't have any good advice because I'm not the greatest as far as knowing what good advice would be for that. Talk to your tattoo artist. One, obviously, I don't know, maybe I'll say obvious, but make sure your tattoo artist is aware that you're diabetic, right? Because they might be wiser than I and give you better sound advice, because I really don't have any solid advice to share with you. Nothing that I would want you to write home about or anything, or show up at your shop and tell them, oh, Dave on the internet said blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to stay out of that one for now.
Tib says, what thermal printer do you use?
I just use a Dragon Hawk. You know those square black ones I have a video on? This kind of a real basic uh, style there. The one oh jeez, you hold your thermal paper through. I'm not very good at explaining crap right now.
Smoke says, question.
Sure.
I only have some crap fake skins at the moment. Is it even worth me trying that challenge? Like, what if I stack a couple of skins? Will that work?
Yeah, Smoke, if that's all you got, man, give it a go, you know? Why not, right? What do you got to lose? At least then, if it doesn't come out the way you want it, we'll just blame it on the fact that it was the crappy fake skin. Which be like, oh yeah, that's why Smoke, that's why he's rocking that crappy stuff. We know how hard that is to use. So at least you got an excuse, you know. You got to start off and look at things like, man, what kind of excuse can I pull out? So you got that going for you. But no, we're gonna run for a couple weeks, Smoke. So if you want, you can, you know, maybe try to order some better fake skin, especially if you're gonna continue to practice and whatnot. You're probably gonna want some anyhow. So yeah. But yeah, why not, man? What do you got to lose?
Ashley says, working on the tattoo. I was told you can't use petroleum jelly to do the tattoo.
Oh, well, I don't know who's telling you that. You're fine. I'll use A&D, which is petroleum-based product. Everything's petroleum-based product. Inkies is a petroleum-based product. In fact, that's what we're using is a petroleum-based product. So, I don't know. There's so much information out there, and some people just repeat what they hear, and then some people know what they're talking about. So, you gotta be careful sometimes. Like I said, again, I'm wrong plenty of times as well. Plus, everybody's got an opinion as well, so.
We've got hello from Germany.
What's up, man? Germany.
Smoke says he's gonna go for it and thanks, and he's gonna get better skin.
Sweet. And then when you email it in, Smoke, just, you know, let us know, hey, use this crappy stuff, blah, blah, blah. So that way, if you hate it, again, you got a good excuse, man. Well, can you ask if the camera's zoomed in enough for the audience? Or, actually, I can ask, man, I'm a brain shot right now. Hey, can you guys see good enough? Or do you want me to zoom in a little bit more? Is this alright? I know last time I was live, I felt like I was just too far away.
Casper says, if my challenge tattoo sucks, I'm just gonna say I did it blindfolded in chat.
There you go. Yeah, see, look, now we're getting all the excuses prepped and ready. I like it. I like it. How many of you guys watching are getting in on the challenge, though? That's what I want to know.
There's been some talks about it.
Yeah, there's oh good, because I'm not opening that email address until Sunday, because I'll be tempted to look at them, and I don't want to look at them until Sunday, till the day of. We're gonna open the email address, review those, and then we'll move on with our standard Sunday show.
Adam says, is it normal to have to go over finger tattoos 3 times to get them good and crisp?
Are you talking about in the same session, like 3 times that session, or 3 times over the course of the life of that finger tattoo? Even though my answer is, it just really comes down to execution. How well the tattoo was put into the skin. I like to go kind of soft on fingers first, just kind of map everything out.
Over the life of it.
Then yes, absolutely, it's not uncommon. Sometimes you'll drill it in there, and then that's that for the most part. Just like genetics, some people's skins are different as well.
We have a few people asking what the challenge is.
Oh, right on. All right, guys. So go check out the YouTube channel, which you're already on. But go to the last video, which is should have been live streamed from Sunday. And within the first probably 5 minutes of that, we go over that. And pretty much what that is every 2 weeks we're gonna put out a new image, I guess, for people to download, stencil it, and tattoo it either on fake skin, real skin, whatever. It's up to you. And then I have a specific email address that we set up for you guys to send it to. And then on Sunday, when we go to do our critique, we're going to start with the people who submitted pieces for the challenge, right? And I explained this in much better detail in that live stream, and I explained it a few different times. So again, if you're interested in that, go over there. I'll tell you, there's links in my description on that live stream letting you know how to download the image, you know, what the rules are, I guess you could say. So anyhow, I encourage you guys, if you're thinking about it or you're just joining us, check it out. It should be fun. It'll make the stream itself a bit more fun. Maybe I might start giving away like some needles to people who, the winners, right? You guys are going to be voting on who you thought was the best. We're just going to be giving our thoughts on them. So maybe here in a few weeks, if people are doing it enough, you know, maybe I'll start sending you guys out just a box of needles or something, some sort of winning of some kind.
Chef says, are you using diluted black right now?
No.
Danik says, if someone puts a peg leg on Stitch, she's the winner.
A peg leg? Oh, shoot.
Wes says, I have tattoo diabetes before, and the tattoo has to be done in stages, and make sure each stage is fully healed.
There you go. So it's got to be a nice slow process, I'm guessing. Because, yeah, it's tough on the body when you have diabetes. And I don't know enough about it, but, yeah.
Rage says, did you get any experience about these Inkflaw 88 round shaders and co?
No, I have no experience in the 88 round shader. Damn. The highest I really like to go on round shaders currently is like a 14. Beyond that, I'll just get a mag. And as big as I like to go with mags is about 25 mag. But I use all bug pins, so that would be a little bit smaller than a standard 25 mag.
Rage says, yeah, and 135 mags.
Jeez, I have a 49 mag that I've never used. It's a standard too. It's not bug pin, so it looks quite large. No, I guess I'm just kind of holding on to it, maybe for a back piece down the road or something. Somebody gave it to me. Adam gave it to me, actually. Just a friend of mine from around here I met from these live streams, actually.
Smoke says 135 mag. What's that for? A walrus?
A walrus. I don't know. Might be doing a back piece in the nearest future, so I'm kind of holding on to it for that.
Paulo says, I got the CNC gun, and anything more than 5.0 voltage, I feel like it's too fast. Does that mean I got a ways to go to be a pro?
Wait, so can you he got what again? What CNC did he get?
I don't know. It's just a CNC.
He just bought a CNC?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well,
anything more than 5 voltage, I feel like it's too fast.
oh, well, that's going to depend on what you're running, because if you're running like the Q2, that's a direct drive, so it hits harder. It could feel that way. If you're running some of the other ones, they are swash plates, so they hit a little lighter. So that would be like, I guess so. So the question is, no, I think you just got to get comfortable figuring out what speed you want to run at, depending on, you know what I mean? There's a hand speed to voltage that everybody kind of has to find out for themselves. What is that? And it can take time and practice. That's why I always tell people, don't get a machine and just jump on skin thinking you're going to sleeve yourself out or something. It's just not worth it. Take the time, get a good fake skin, get real skin, REEL skin, pound of flesh, something like that, and practice, run lines, you know. Join us on our live streams when we discuss this stuff and help people out who, you know, we let them know, oh, you know, there's an occasional person that we have to let them know you need to stop what you're doing like right now, because, you know, you're just not doing things right.
Tina says, diabetic here. Get tattooed all the time,
Okay.
never passed out or had any problems. Been through 6 to 7 hour sessions.
Oof. Well, there you go. See, this is why I don't.
think everybody's just different.
I know. That's why I don't like to tell one person, oh, you're gonna pass out. You know, it's like, oh, well, they don't at all. So there you go.
The last person we tattooed was diabetic, and he didn't have any problems.
That's true too. That's true too. It's just sometimes if you're not balanced out properly, your body can do some weird stuff. So, but anyhow, yeah, listen to people who are diabetic. They're going to be the subject matter experts on, hey, this is what works, this doesn't. So thank you for sharing that, person.
A says, oh my goodness, is it this Sunday they're being reviewed? Yeah,
we'll start this Sunday, and then we'll also keep it the same for next Sunday. So it'll run for 2 weeks, and then we will put out a new design. And again, guys, these designs aren't anything crazy, right? We're not inventing the wheel here. We're not going to spend, 4 hours of my life designing something, right? I mean, they might get a little different as we move forward, but this week it's Stitch, and he's got some diamonds in certain spots, like around him and stuff. That's gonna be a challenge. We wanted to put something out there for fundamentals. Lining is fundamental, so you got that kind of out there in the open. These the lines. Jeez, I can't speak still. Anyhow, that's that. This Sunday, guys. Get your work in for this Sunday.
Casper says, when shading, what is the difference between packing black and making hamburger?
Chewing up the skin. Doing it right. Put the needles in. At first, why they call it people scratching. I remember the original title for people learning on their own is called a scratcher. And the reason that is because they're scratching. They're scared to put the needles in, do what needs to get done, and get out. So when it comes to color packing black, you gotta drop the needles in and be nice, slow, steady motion, moving very slowly. Packing black and getting a solid saturation on black is probably one of the most annoying things, because it takes a level of patience that can be tricky, really.
Chef says, Dave, you've seen they're selling 3.0 stroke and 4.0 strokes for the Q2.
You gotta repeat the beginning of that again.
Have you seen that they're selling the 3.0 and the 4.0 strokes for the Q2?
I had heard the 4.2. I didn't know about the 3.0. Yeah, I would get the 4.2, and in my opinion, you're pretty much, in some ways, won't be exactly, but it'll pretty much be the same as owning a Bishop 1 Packer, because it's really, in my opinion, it's a direct drive, 4.2 millimeter stroke, so a 4 millimeter stroke would be pretty close, and it's a brushless motor, which gives it a little bit more power. That's pretty much it. Now, Bishop says, you know, they hand chose this motor for their machine or whatnot. So, sure, the motors might not be the same. But if you don't want to spend the $1,000 for the Bishop 1 shader or packer, then you could definitely just get away with a new cam, or maybe just finding another Q2 or another machine like a Q2, some other random machine that just has a 4mm stroke with a direct drive motor. Sometimes I confuse myself when I'm talking, so hopefully that made sense.
Jason says, dude, you have helped me so much with all your tips and pointers. I'd like to say thank you very much for all the time and effort you spend on your videos.
Sweet, man. Thank you. Appreciate the support, man. I would be boring if nobody watched anything, so thank you for watching. In fact, I probably would just stop if, you know what I mean, nobody watched. So thank you for taking the time and watching the videos and supporting the channel like that, and being here, man. Appreciate it. And it is nice when you guys share that stuff with me. It's encouraging, right? So again, thank you for sharing that. What you giggling about over there, lady?
My stomach's growling.
Oh, you farting over there, huh?
No, I was just said I was farting. My stomach's growling.
Uh-huh. It's code words, huh?
Rach says, you do a great job on YouTube. Keep it up.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Andy's back. He was doing finger tattoos.
What, Andy?
He was on in the beginning. The head
Was he?
He had to do some finger tattoos.
Uh-huh. Finger tattoos. Yes. My least favorite.
I'm just smack you. Because now they're all talking about farting.
Oh, I can't help it. If you're farting, you're farting, babe. Just go ahead and just let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go.
Danik says it smells so bad that your farts can be tasted.
Ooh. Oof. I don't know. Maybe, you know, eating the good stuff. I don't know.
Okay. Rach says, I have 3 friends who also know your videos.
Oh, sweet, dude. Sweet. Oh, guys, I still gonna be making videos, but I'm going to be pushing more for doing live stuff. It's with kids in school and you know, things getting busier. I just thought it'd be more fun to maybe just try to do more live stuff and share thoughts. You can ask questions, stuff like that, and you know, because sometimes I'll get to spending hours and hours and hours editing videos, and I just am running a little short on time some days. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. I would like to make another tattooing for beginners video because I know that was very helpful for a lot of people. So we might do another one of those.
Let's see. Lil Lex says, learned so much about tattooing from you. And
Good.
Casper says, I think we should all do 2 tattoos, one really bad for the challenge and one good. Then there is 2 challenges who gets the thumb pick for the next video.
Oh, yeah. Alright. I like that. I like the concept. Maybe we'll come up with something like that. So, should we do the... See, I don't like to, like... If you do good, we do good stuff. But if you do poorly, I don't want to shame a person and be like, wow, worst tattoo. So, if you guys want the thumbnail to be the best one, or if everyone's cool with it, we can do the worst one. I just don't want to feel the rage of all the judgment if I do, so.
I like damn it. He says, if you do more live tattoos and your wife reads the chats, will you put her on the payroll?
Guys.
I'm still waiting for that steak and lobster dinner, guys.
Don't even believe, alright, look. Half what she's saying is lies, alright? Look, you know how much she's charging me right now? She made me a stencil the other day, and then she had to do it twice, I think it was, and she was like, had me up to $60, she was telling me. 60, what the heck is going on, lady? Uh-huh. Come on, we got joint bank account, guys. She's doing alright.
Danik says steak and lobster.
She doesn't even like steak, guys.
Yes, I do.
Oh, now she's gonna lie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I do love steak and lobster now. I changed my mind. That's how you talk too, just like that.
Andy B says, we all know that the wives are the real boss.
I know, right? Right? That's okay. I have to get approval for everything. Does this look nice? She doesn't know it's gone. And that's how it is for most of the tattoos. So, I don't know about that. Alright, it's gone. So yeah, in a lot of ways, I guess.
Smoke's wife offers to do the stencils all the time.
See? There we go. I'll have to hire Smoke's wife, but she's charging a lot less. She's charging $60, Smoke?
Danik says, you're gonna have to bring her to the UK and buy her fish and chips with my $10.
Damn, Dan, how the hell am I gonna get? It's gonna cost me what? Danik's money, we're $2 flight, no, probably $7 flight, $3 fish and chips. Danik, man, I don't know if we're gonna make it on that budget, but we'll try. Next time there's a $7 flight to the UK, we'll be on it.
Rage says, stay in that live session style. You showed the most important things to have a good start in tattooing engineering.
I see. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Not like so much for the tattoo engineering. I like that. It's well worded. But that's what I figured. I figured we got enough videos up there to help the person trying to get into this. So maybe now we just kind of carry on in this format.
Andy B says, Danik, $10 wouldn't get you fish and chips.
Oh man, so we're not even getting fish and chips.
Tyler says, Dave and Andy should do the stitch tattoos as well on fake skin.
Hey, look.
Then we can compare apples to apples with the design.
Yeah, somebody was commenting that. I replied to them thinking like, that would be cool. I just like don't feel like I have enough time. I don't know when I'm gonna sneak that in, you know? Maybe I was telling the person, I said, maybe come winter time, like real snowy times, I'll probably have a bit more time to do that. So.
Maybe I'll enter one of the challenges.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Once the kids both in school.
Yeah, that would be cool. Alright, you guys heard it here first, okay?
We got people seconding the you and Andy doing the fake sketch.
Oh, I'm sure. I'd want the same thing from the person who's, judging. I'm just over here like, yeah, but I gotta find the time to do that. So it might happen. Not saying it won't. Not saying it won't.
Wes says, how hard was it for you to open up your own shop?
Extremely hard. The opening of a shop, you can just open up any place you have, any location you have, whatever. But years to build up enough clientele to where you're working every day, or I honestly prefer to only work 4 days a week. Gives me time to do other stuff, YouTube, whatnot, be at my kids' events and whatnot. So I prioritize my time probably differently than I did 10 years ago. But no, it's extremely hard. It's extremely hard. It looks easy, and you are probably better off to find a place to work if you can. know, show somebody your skills and maybe they'll hire you, kind of a thing, because it is not easy.
Rage says, make a live stream of fish and chips in the UK with your wife.
There we go. We just got to get to the UK. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I got to get vaccinated in order to go there. And personally, I just don't want to.
Andy says, don't know which customer to cancel to be able to do the stitch tattoo.
Right? Yeah, I feel you. That's the problem there. Is, you get to being busy sometimes, and it's really hard to decide what is. Because man, it takes, even a tattoo on fake skin should probably take hours. You know, a few hours if you're trying to do a good job or whatnot. So yeah. But if I was practicing, this was something I was getting into at the time, this would have been a pretty fun thing had somebody been offering, you know, hey. So that's why I thought, you know, it might be fun for the right people. You know, I might not personally at the current moment in my life have enough time to partake in it, but again, to the right person, I think it's fun. Especially if you're already practicing on fake skin, you just sometimes just don't know what to practice. At least now it's, hey, do this.
What machine and needles are you using?
Sure. Alright, again, we're using the Bishop Wand Hacker critical wireless power supply. You can use any power supply. I don't really care. Critical or not, doesn't matter. And I'm using police cartridges, CNC police cartridges. And then, hey, there's a link in the description of this video, guys. If you go check it out, use my code at checkout and save 15% on your order. Like I said, CNC doesn't send me any needles. They did just enough to get me hooked, those dirty dogs. And I've had plenty of other needles too, and I actually liked these ones. And so I went to order them just the other day, and I remembered I had a discount code, so I used it too. I think it saved like $60 on my order. I was like, heck yeah. So anyhow, in the description, guys. And again, I'm going to be trying out some new needles coming soon from another company, and they have a wide selection as well. So I was like, kind of looking forward to checking them out. And of course, I will share that with you guys when I get them. And after I check them out, I told them, you know, hey, look, if I don't like them, then I don't like them. That's it. If I like them, then, you know, I'll share a brand, a company, but I don't just share stuff just because I have to like it. So anyhow. Oh, and the needles we're using mainly all round shaders. Currently, I had a 9-round shader put in here, and I just switched it out for a 5-round shader. And so we got a 5, a 9, 11, and a 14-round shader, and a 5-round liner for the really small stuff.
Tourette says, I'm doing mandalas at the moment. Got 6 to do on fake skin.
6? Yeah, that's a great way to work on your lining. It's something fun, because nobody just wants to just sit there and run boring ass straight lines and whatnot, which is good practice, but it's boring. So yeah, doing something like a mandala is good practice. That's where I really cut my teeth for a long time, doing mandalas. Because Alicia over there was a big fan of mandalas, so still is. So we did a lot of those for a long time, which I think just good, bad, or ugly, it's going to help you out, help your lining abilities out.
Paulo says, I want to tattoo my forearm. Should I have my girlfriend hold down the skin?
Absolutely. Yeah, you want the skin to be tight, guys. And when you are all by yourself, that's a bit of a harder thing to do. You can tattoo your arm without stretching it, but that's another skill that it's not worth trying to deal with right now, right? It's not worth something that you wanna worry about. Just get somebody to hold it for you. Glove them up, you know. Be safe. Make sure you know what you're doing though as well. Make sure you know what you're doing. Don't use your forearm unless you're you know, you've practiced enough. Not once or twice, but you've really spent some time practicing on some fake skin. You know, you're feeling confident. You know what you're doing. At least you feel like you do. If you're really lost in the sauce and you're having your first attempt on real skin, it's what you have thighs for, the top of your legs, in my opinion. I know it's probably a little bit different for women, but mine never see the light of day, so that's covered in the craziest crap you can imagine. In fact, a lot of you guys have seen what the top of my legs look like because I have, you know, experimented on camera to show you guys stuff using my legs. Luckily, I am pretty much Casper, so again, they don't see the sun by design.
Eddie says, can you outline the whole stencil first, then go back and shade it in to avoid erasing the stencil, or do you outline and shade as you go?
On this particular piece, I outline and pack the color in as I go. If this thing is solid now, it's not going nowhere. It might be a little splotchy right up and through here, but maybe years ago that would have scared me, but what? Did it freeze?
It froze.
Oh, okay. It's just telling me, alright, you're good. It should be unfrozen now. Just give it a second. Just give it a second. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. My phone hit 20%, so it did its, hey, you're at 20% thing.
Judith says, you can fold your arm between your legs. I'm about to attempt.
I would not do that.
Rage says, use a clothespin to stretch your forearm skin.
What? Dude, no. It's not. Look, I don't know if the camera can see this, but if this were the table, you try to stretch it this way. You push this way, and then this hand pull back, right? So now I have a stretched area. And then what you're going to have to do is push a little harder with your needle.
You're completely out of
okay, well, too bad. Yeah, so I'll just let that be. Sure, if that's what works for you, but if anybody's listening, I wouldn't really personally take that advice as something you might want to do. Just me, though. That's me. That's whatever.
Andy B says, what home time, close and chop.
Ah, right on, man.
Jessica says you can tape it back.
Yeah, you can, but you can kind of pinch your arm in between the table and not in between. I don't know how to word it. That's why it's very tricky to try to explain. But at the same time, the next thing is the reason why we stretch the skin is so that the needles can penetrate easier, right? It's like a full balloon with air, and you hit it with a needle and it pops really easily. But if it's squishy, you know you're gonna stab it a little bit. That's the idea. So the way to combat that, if you had a squishy balloon, is you're gonna have to push a little bit harder, right? So it's the same concept when tattooing a skin that's not stretched very well, is you're gonna have to like push the needle in because the skin is bouncing. So now you got to kind of almost stop the bounce with the needle itself. So I say I wouldn't recommend like just going for it using the 5 words I just explained there because
you were out of screen.
It doesn't matter. They heard me. It doesn't matter.
If you want to be on camera to show anything, you gotta be up like in the area you're working.
Oh, is it okay? It's subject to right there.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's probably for the best. Don't want to explain things that are probably not the greatest thing to do anyhow.
Brian says, any advice on tattooing smoke? I'm working on my forearm and want to incorporate smoke into the background.
Yeah, smoke is a tricky one in my opinion. Again, you know. Advice. I hated smoke for the longest time. That's why I don't really have any good advice. I just follow my reference to a T. Don't freehand it. Well, okay. My advice for just first time trying to do smoke and whatnot. It sounds crazy, but I would actually stencil the smoke. Find smoke that you like on the interwebs and stencil the smoke, and then follow your reference to a T. I know that's pretty much sounds like how you would tattoo anything, but don't, in my opinion, jump right into trying to freehand some smoke, because it could get wacky quick.
Smoke says, I have smoke going up my forearm with PlayStation buttons, but I never did it.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, and plus there are so many different like versions of smoke that you can make. You have like the C smoke, so it's like it comes up and it does this C, and then comes back down, does another C, and then up. And then you have the kind that does all kinds of crazy stuff. So half the battle is deciding what kind of smoke you're going for.
322 says, hit the thumbs up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Usually I'm pretty good about that, but forgot. Yep. Give the stream a like, guys. Share the stream if you want to. If any of this stuff helps you out, guys, you want to support the channel, we're going to be getting a new line of t-shirts out here soon. Just there's so many other things that go along with that that's slowing us down a little bit. So anyhow, if not, I believe there's a little link somewhere around there that you can, I don't know if it's like a thank you button or something like that. I don't know. YouTube just told me about it the other day. I said, oh, that's cool. Me? Yeah, there's like a thank you button there. I don't know. I saw it the other day. Like, you want to activate? I was like, sure. So people can like leave you a message or something, like a thank. I have no idea. I don't even know why I'm talking about it again, because I'm not sure what I'm talking about. There's probably somebody out there like, oh yeah, I know what the hell he's talking about.
Alrighty then. Smoke says, I held my arm in my leg to do my other forearm. It worked for me.
Okay.
93 Movies says, where can I buy a good quality of all color, black wash, and more of that?
Well, there's plenty of websites, and there's websites that don't require all the extra nonsense. Ultimate Tattoo Supply, Worldwide Tattoo Supply. I know there's more than that. Guys. That's just all that's coming to mind at the current moment.
Smoke says, I would wear your shirt in my city. I bet someone here knows of your channel.
Sweet.
I know, I gotta work on this more.
Yep, the design's been designed for a while now. It's just trying to find the right company to make them. We're gonna get them made here, and then, you know, as people wanted them, they could hit us up. So we created a Shopify account. But then the issue is, I don't know what sizes everybody wants. And so for me to get them, I'd have to buy, you know, like 30 of this and 30 of that. And it's like, by the time you're done, it's like $5,000 to like have enough here. And then if they don't sell, then I'm left holding a boatload of random size shirts. So I'm back to drop shipping again. So, but I want to find a better company that does the drop shipping. So that requires me to, well, not so much me, Alicia actually, she's been trying them out, but then we have to order them and test them out and see, you know, if they're worth it. And then everybody, they really charge a lot, and I don't know, I'm always, believe it or not, guys, I'm thinking about it even when I'm trying to figure out the companies, because it's like, I don't want to spend $40 on a t-shirt. That's insanity. So then we found some that we can sell them for about 20 bucks, and it's like, all right, I guess. And then by the time you ship it, they want to charge you another like $3 or $4 to ship it. So I'm like, damn, man.
$8.
Oh, so by the time you're done, it's like 30 bucks for a t-shirt, and so it irks me, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, well, it's not like someone's buying 50 of them. So anyhow, that's my rant on the t-shirt game there. Anyhow, thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We're probably going to go for another 15 minutes or so. And then we're going to jump off, take a little break, stretch the arms out. And then we'll be getting back to it. If you want to see this finished piece, it should be up on the internet tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow around 10, 11 o'clock. If you want to follow me, if you're not already, you can follow me at daveinks.88 on Instagram. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp. There it goes. Or on Death Punch Inc. on Facebook. And there's links in the description, guys, so you can just go to the description, check it out, follow that way.
Shakira, I think. Says, I love your videos. I am so motivated after watching your vids. I bought myself a Mastor Pro and real skin, fake skin.
Nice.
Is this okay as a beginner? I really want to learn.
Yeah, I think that's a good setup right there. The Mastor Pro is a little bit of a weak hitting machine, but I don't think that you're gonna really you're gonna adapt to whatever machine you're using. So I think you're gonna be just fine. There's plenty of people that have used that machine. It's a good first starter machine, especially for fake skin, you know. So yeah, I think you're gonna be just fine.
Paulo says, why are stencil printers so expensive? I saw your review videos, but are there any you recommend for a reasonable price?
Can you just unplug that one over there, maybe, and bring it over here? Because I feel like it's hard to explain what it is, but everybody knows. I have a video on this. God, another brain fart. Yeah, there's a video on how to use this and whatnot. And like I said, I always wanted the printable ones where you just print them out, and they are nice. I use them every once in a while, but not as much as I thought I would use them. In fact, I'm going to use the one that I'm about to show you 99% of the time. And this is just one brand of them. They make them in many different brands. You know, just like real quickly, just throw it under there. You see this kind? You see the little square one where you lift that? I can't touch nothing. I close it.
Oh, I can't get it all in the camera.
Okay, that's fine. But anyhow,
I got this portion.
You get the idea. You can buy those online for like $100. I think about $100. I don't know, maybe $200. But they're pretty affordable in the realm of making a tattoo stencil. And then you just get your, I use Spirit tattoo paper, stencil paper, thermal kind, and that's it. It might take a few tries to get, you know, halfway decent at it. But yeah, I really do, like I said, I have other ones. I would like to get the, I can't remember what it's called. It's about $1,000, but it's the kind, that one you have to like feed both through, or there's another one where you just put it underneath the plastic, slide it in, it's like, and it's done. That one is actually what I'd really like to get, but it's not a necessity, and so especially if you're learning, you absolutely don't really need that one.
CJB says, what's up, Dave?
Hey, what's going on, CJ? Thanks for stopping in, man.
Tina says, what's the name of that printer?
Well, that, I don't know. Again, that's, they don't really have a name. That one's a Dragonhawk. Somebody gave that to me like when I first got into it. And funny enough, it's wild to think that's still the one I'm using right now. It just works, so Yeah. If you go, guys, in my description, I think that in the description of this video, you should find a lot of links down to Amazon. And in there, I have a link to a stencil machine very similar to it. So, you know, if you're really lost, check those out. They might, even if you don't like the one I have a link there, at least it'll, you know, Amazon's pretty good about showing you stuff that's similar to a product. So you might be able to find a product that's similar to that. So yeah.
Holmes says, I got mine on Amazon with 20 sheets of paper for 150.
Okay, there you go. I like the Spirit stencil paper.
Yeah.
That's what I like to use. It's been good to me. But again, if there's a brand you like, obviously use it. But I'm just saying those have been good to me, so I continue to use it. And it's the thermal kind. There's a couple different kinds, or at least two that I'm aware of, but one is made for thermal.
Bethany says, is there a quick answer you can give about why I get actual little circles when trying to pack color with a round mag instead of solid color? I can color with a liner fine, but not a round mag.
Round mag, curve mag. Can you read the beginning of that question again? Can I tell her why she's getting little circles?
Yes, when trying to pack color with a round mag instead of solid color.
Circles. I don't know why the heck you'd be getting little circles. Probably because the only best guess I would have is that you're not overlapping at all. So you're dropping into the skin. Let's say this is a round mag. You're dropping into the skin. You're doing this. You're going for a little bit, nice and slow, and then you're coming back out. And you're going right here, and you're picking back up. And you're going. You're doing it again and again, and then you come back and you have like these little circles because you didn't actually join one patch with another patch. And again, I don't know if that's the case, just off of just your one statement and what I can understand of what you're saying. That would be my only guess. You got to drop those mags. People are often very scared of using a mag. Lucky for me, I never had that fear at all. But I talked to a lot of people, and it seems to be, round shaders will pack color much faster. It's more, again, it comes back to that needle thing. A round shader, no matter how many needles are in the round shader, it looks like this. Okay, and when you have a mag, it looks like this. Especially a curve mag, so it requires a little bit more pressure at times, maybe a little bit different of a technique. You have to really push those needles in. Not really push, but let them go in. Boom, 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 boom. Anyhow, hopefully some of that comes across as understandable.
Paulo says, thanks for letting us pick your brain, man. Great help. Post that Venmo so we can contribute to your biz.
Oh, heck yeah. I did it the other day. Somebody, I think Danik. That must be the $10 Danik is talking about. He hooked me up with. Yeah, maybe I can post it afterwards because I don't really remember. I don't know if it's like a number or my name or an email. I don't remember how that works. Cannot remember.
93 says, what kind of color and black wash do you use the most? Because here in the EU, we're not allowed to use every kind of color.
Yeah, we were talking about that actually on the live stream just on Sunday. So, well, I use a lot of different brands of colors, really. Eternal, Intense, Starbright. Well, I guess that's about it for color. And then for black, I really mainly just use Dynamic. Dynamic Standard and Dynamic Triple Black.
You froze again.
Oh, it's probably dropped down to 10% now. Yeah, 10%. That's fine. We're going to have to depart here in a few minutes.
Danik says, I love mags. They look good in my truck.
What? Talking about mags as far as like magazines? The ones that the bullets go into? I'm guessing.
S says, "Hey buddy, from the UK here. Watch your vids and learn so much content, and content is awesome. Been learning the last month or so and hopefully send you some of my work soon. Great watching you work, dude."
Thanks, man. Appreciate the support. I'm glad that the channel's been able to help you out, man. It's what it's about. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know. I know all of you guys more than I know the next tattoo artist close to me. You know, I don't know. I don't go drive around. I haven't been into a single shop out here. I have no idea what's going on. I really don't care. I just do my thing and hang out with people on the internet, apparently. I guess that might be weird. Oh, jeez, the more I'm talking to myself, the more I realize we might have a problem here. I don't know. We're fine. Don't start.
I like her bubble.
I do too.
Let's see about it. I'm gonna tell it to some guy.
That's fine, guys. About 10 minutes, guys, tops, and we gotta go, because apparently my phone is at 10%. That's why it keeps freezing, because it keeps warning me, hey, shit's about to die.
Yeah, just ask about the shirts again. How are they coming?
Yeah.
How to get a website made for them.
Well, yeah, that too, and just trying to find the right drop shipper, guys, to drop ship them to you guys. The biggest problem is they really charge too much to ship stuff. I think that is where they're trying to like connive the most amount of money out of people is in the shipping. So, but probably by the end of this month we should have a shirt available. What's today? Oh, wait, this month's almost over.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm sorry. This is not one of. She's looking at me like, the hell are you promising people stuff for now? I don't know. Okay, the end of next month, guys. By the end of next
We'll
month.
have hoodies.
Yeah, we'll have hoodies available and a T-shirt.
Hold on, me here, back.
Oh, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it now, so everybody's like, they know who to go to.
Humble Beginnings says, "Are those hydro needles?"
I don't even know what a hydro needle is, so I'm gonna say no. No, these are just CNC standard police needles. These are actually all number 12. When I use liners, guys, I do not use bug pin liners unless I'm using like a number 5. Then I'll use bug pins. But I really like just standard number 12 needles for lining, for round shaders, all that. I usually stick with a standard number 12 needles. But oh, go ahead.
Smoke says, "You ever thought about buying shirt stencil machine and make your own?"
Oh, it's not quite that easy. Those shirt machines are like $30,000 or something like that, as far as I'm aware. I watched a YouTube video a while back on those. Like the ones that print right to they're crazy expensive. As much as a house.
Andy says, "Hope one of the shirts says this cost me steak and lobster."
Oh, dude, that's a good one. See, we got like.
I mentioned the comment about doing a steak and lobster shirt, and you're like, nobody will buy that.
Well, it didn't sound like the delivery on that was good. Yours wasn't delivered in that manner.
He does his most shit talking when he's live and tattooing.
It's good. I can get away with it.
Like if you got a needle in somebody's arm.
That's right.
Okay. Smoke says, "My wife came up with that expensive idea." Yeah, we've thought about it. We've talked about it.
Yep.
I just don't have the time to do it.
To do what?
The shirts.
Oh, right.
Like making them ourselves.
Yeah, and then by the time you ship them and do all that, and oh man, I guess If I was rolling in the Benjis, guys, I'd probably hire somebody, but that ain't happening. We ain't even nowhere near in that ballpark to be worrying about that, so...
Danik says that should be your next challenge. Stencil a lobster.
Oh my... Oh, dude, actually, I that would be a fun neo-traditional style challenge. A steak and lobster, nice thick lines. I know Andy knows what I'm talking about. I know he could see that stuff. He could see it. I can vision it. I think that's probably what, you know what? That might be what we do. And we chose a Stitch, just a random, you know, like Lilo and Stitch. So a lobster is not like, we're not above that.
Danik says Wagyu steak are all marbled.
That means they're good.
Bethany says, what are your thoughts on using Saniderm? I personally love it, and it speeds up healing so much, but I know some people hate it.
I love it. I don't use Saniderm. I use Recovery Derm. I've used Saniderm, and I actually prefer the brand Recovery Derm. Yeah, so I'm totally for it. I love Saniderm. I mean, Saniderm's kind of like they were the first ones around, so it's kind of like tissues are tissues, but we call them Kleenex, so, or some oddness like that. Kind of the same concept when it comes to Saniderm. There's a lot of different brands nowadays, but I know a lot of times we refer to all of them as Saniderm. But yeah, I like Recovery Derm.
Graphic says, getting paid to watch Dave tattoo.
Oh, what? Were you at work, man? Where you working at? Might be better.
Andy B says, oh yeah, neo-traditional lobster eating a steak for one of those challenges.
See? Yep. Yep, you could see that. It would be no big deal either. No big deal.
We're gonna have to do a shirt with a steak and lobster.
Have to do what?
A shirt with a steak and lobster.
Yeah, it'll just be an inside thing. Only people that like watch will know.
Yes.
Other people are like, what the hell are you wearing? You ain't in the know. You don't need to know, right? Alright guys, well, I'm gonna I'm gonna doodle just a couple more lines here, just so this is done, and then I'm gonna take a break and jump off of here. So anyhow, appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys this Sunday for sure. Me and Andy will be there, ready to check out the challenge, which I'm excited for. And I'm not looking in my emails until Sunday comes because I don't want to see any of them until Sunday. And I'm hoping that there's at least a few, because again, this challenge is new. The whole idea of this challenge is new, so it might take a few weeks for it to, you know, pick up a little bit of momentum. So anyhow. Alright guys, give the stream a like, subscribe, you will know the drill. Until next time guys, peace. I'll push the button. Earthquake.